That was it. And there were other times when, I remember one time when he applied for a job, and it was in St. Louis, and it was a grocery store, and I couldn't understand, as I thought about it, why would you have to take a bus to St. Louis to a job in a grocery store? Well, when he went to report the first day of work, the guy had hired one of his relatives. My dad came back home then, it was about noon. I can still see him walking across the yards to get to our house, and he sat at the kitchen table and cried. Pineapple upside down cake.
Favorite ice cream?
Ice cream.
Any kind, right?
Yeah. Well, you opened Pandora's box. I didn't bring my card along, but books written by Ken Follett, and especially Pillars of the Earth and World Without End, and then his trilogy of which begins with Fall of Giants. I think they're great books. I've read them numerous times. Song. I really can't say. There are so many that I love to listen to Josh Groban, and I love to see Andre Rieu. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a world famous violinist, and he's on. I bring him up on the computer all the time, and sometimes he'll have bagpipes, which I do love bagpipe music, if you can stand it. We don't go to restaurants very often, and anyone that we would go to, I mean, okay, so it's the favorite that day.
What about your favorite color?
Blue. I don't know. Probably two of them. when the kids were born. I heard a man give a talk one time. He was talking to junior high kids. And his message was that life is hard by the yard. By the inch, it's a cinch. And I would tell them that don't get too upset about things that happen. If you can do something about it, do it. And if you can't, don't worry too much about it. And be nice to people. This book is like a bank book. It's my book, and it shows that the first entry in it was 1941, when I was 6 years old. My mom always insisted that any money that I would make would be put in this book. And that was supposed to be my college fund. Well, it did get up to $500, but I don't think you could go to college today on that. But when I was in the 5th grade, I started carrying papers, and the money that I would make from that would be put in this book. At Christmas time, you were given, you would take a calendar around to your customers, and they would give you a tip at that time. Usually it would be like a quarter. But when you put it all together, it amounted to like over $20-some. When I was in high school, I was a junior, and at awards day, they initiated an award. No, I didn't know anything about it. And it was called the Babe Ruth Sportsmanship Award. And I was the first person to receive that award. I don't know if it's still given today or not. When I came to Belleville, because I'd been a teacher, our church kind of drafted me to be the moderator of the high school kids organization. It was called the CYO, or Catholic Youth Organization. And we got real involved with different activities over the whole southern tip of Illinois. And each year they would give an award to adults who were moderators. And I was given that award 2 times. Okay? When I was a freshman in college, I went out for the football team, and this was a sort of a promo picture that they would take pictures of players that came from the same city, and then they would send that to the newspaper, and it would be put in the paper. My grandmother, or my mother-in-law, named this King Kong. So everybody knows about the King Kong. This is a picture of my wife on our wedding day.
You can move it to, just push it forward a little bit so you get a little glare. There you go. Perfect right there.
Okay? And this, of course, was when we were a little older. This is a picture of our family today. It was taken 3 years ago at my oldest grandson's wedding.